Let me tell you this, man. When the hate don't work, they start spreading lies. So, I've been seeing a lot of lies spread about me recently. Which, by the way, it also goes into the fact of how low-powered these lies are, because all the major outlets have not touched these lies. Okay? They have not fed into these lies. And I actually credit all the major outlets for that. You know, at this point in my career, you know, I have a legal team, this and third. And especially when people try to put forth fake rumors or fake lies about me, we are definitely in the position to spend tens, if not hundreds of thousands to sue to correct shit. You got to do some straightening at times. Cardi B did that with Tasha K. A lot of the people who are speaking ill will of my name recently are all broke. But there are people who are we're currently monitoring. So, you know, without addressing anyone in particular, because most of the people I would address have already put them in a grave. And also, let me also give you know, I've seen a few blog pages try to make their name of trying to put out salacious content. And this time, I'm not going to say they're only focused on me. This time it happened to be about me. I want to give y'all the very stern warning that this is why you'll never be me. Let me be very clear. I'm the epitome and the height. I'm the Jordan. I'm the LeBron James. I'm what you want to be. I'm the most successful blogger that's ever came through this game. Let me be very clear. And I see a lot of people want to imitate, want to compete. You can't compete. I have a decade and a half of proof of concept, but it's okay. There's people who I fuck with, who I try to help them along. But I see people who think, you know what, we could try to do the method of, let's try to take him down. Maybe it'll build us up. It'll never work. Those of you, I'm a big person about writing down names. I'm not here to mention y'all directly because y'all are irrelevant. Y'all are irrelevant. I'm pulling in damn near $10 million a year. Y'all are just trying to get 100,000. I'm not going to be going back and forth with y'all. I also understand that me mentioning y'all or making it a me and you thing could be a thing for you. So I'm not here just like I watched how LeBron James dealt with Dylan Brooks, and I will deal with you just the same. So you won't hear many names being mentioned here today, but you will hear the main message being conveyed very stern. For the blogs, by the way, if you're on the Instagram platform, I work with the Instagram platform, I will be saying this definitively and definitely. Anybody who continues to purport false rumors or lies about me, if your page get deleted, that's just what it is, because Facebook ain't standing with none of y'all, and I work with Facebook. I work with Meta. I work with Instagram. Now, let me just address the obvious that y'all could hear it, because I understand being a news blog. I've been there before. I'm there now. Sometimes you don't know, you report whatever. It's one thing about reporting. It's a one thing about trying to push a narrative that somebody has told you you don't have proof about, and it's false. So let's address very clear things. DJ Akademiks has herpes. Completely false. I particularly don't care about you guys purporting those things, because I'm going to be honest, ever since y'all said that, this is a little nasty, I ain't going to lie. There's been more women who hit me up since then. I don't know why. I don't know what blog you're reporting it. Than ever. But still, that is false. I've never been tested positive for the herpes virus. I've never been prescribed medication for the herpes virus. All these things are false. Anyone who purports, anyone who makes mention, anyone who hints to or tries to lead a conversation or narrative, you, at that point, are defaming not only my character, but also making an assumption about what would be protected as a if I did have that, which I don't, would be a medical history, which is also private. So I want to put that out there now because, bro, I ain't got time to I know y'all ready for me to just name names and go crazy on everybody. There's a lot of people who I know I taught my shit. So, I know everybody want to be me, my nigga. I get it. And not be me and be me in person, but want to get to the point of success that I got. So I get it. But I just want to put that out there because I don't know if, I always tell artists sometimes when you ignore shit, people believe it. I want to be very, very clear. Akademiks have never been tested positive for herpes. Akademiks does not have herpes. Akademiks is not a individual that you could have said has been prescribed medication for the herpes virus. I will say that now, and I will leave it alone. I'll continue to address a bunch of other stuff. Through a personal issue with me and my ex, she put out things that were false and also some things that might have been private, right? I trust and believe, I didn't want to get on here to talk about, this is the personal thing, and that's why I was disappointed by her. I know here's the whole thing in totality. She got upset because of something she saw. She was like, oh, he's with another woman. That's what she saw, right? She's like, she went through an abortion. That's it. She went through an abortion that at first she said she wasn't going to go through, but then she eventually did. I was with her. I was supporting her. I was right by her side. It was her decision, but I was still there. At least with going forward this. And honestly, this isn't the first time I've ever been with a girl. And I always tell people I bare my soul to the world because I've made millions doing this shit. I don't care. No matter what I say, I'm very confident that I'll still have an audience. I'm very confident at this point. I'm sorry. I'm just 15 years in. I'm sorry. So I just tell the truth. Truthfully, I've been with women before who did have abortion. Actually, abortion. How many? Probably. It was actually one other woman. There was another girl, but she claimed. I don't know. Anyway, a woman having an abortion is a very protected thing. And the emotions that run wild with that particular woman is very deep. And I'm not here to poke the bear or poke the situation because I'm also in that. Now, I had to share that with y'all because she made it public. I didn't want to bring that public. I don't want to talk about, again, if you and your girl do whatever and she gets pregnant, and whether she has an abortion or she doesn't have an abortion, that's really none of our business. And really, as much as I share with y'all, that would have not been none of you guys' business. And I would have never had to address this if she didn't make known to the fact or make known to the point that she was pregnant. So I have to let you know, okay, this is how she got pregnant and this is how it ended. That's exactly what I did. My job here isn't trying to make fun of this individual. Like my partner, the person who I was with, I'm gonna be honest. And again, I see all y'all comments. And by the way, I agree with a lot of what y'all say, but this is why I take responsibility. I know some of y'all, I've seen all the DMs. Yo, Ak, bro, we told you. Yo, Ak, yo, this ain't the first time. We told you about this other girl. I told y'all I'm a bad judge of character. No, not gonna lie, because I'm not a liar. I was in love with this individual. That's what happens, bro. You're in love with a girl. I wasn't a perfect boyfriend. You're in love with a girl. Again, while not being a perfect boyfriend, she takes advantage of using personal information about you, realizing if she says something to the public, no matter what it is, it could lead people to conclusions that could affect you. And you have to think about these dynamics when you deal with people or women who, while you ever been arguing with a girl and she feels no matter what she says, she's crying. And no matter what she says, it's not affecting you. Usually those people look for shit to try to say stuff or do stuff to affect you. Again, I take full blame for this. The blame I take full blame, what I take full blame for is that this woman lived with me. She had access to a lot of things, but I have like 15 computers in here. I didn't lock everything every time I went out. She had access to my Discord through my computers, like if I didn't lock it. And being upset, as I see some people say simp, is fine. Because these are all things that I'm willing to take accountability for. My actions weren't in line with a rational thinking person. But this is what I've always said too. When you love someone, you become irrational. You do. You cannot love someone without two things. And for the people who really watch me, y'all will know that I'm keeping it really true and transparent. I've even like debated with like Fresh and Fit about this. Love comes with vulnerability. You cannot love someone without being vulnerable. You can't just be the steadward or steadfast person that you cannot. If your emotions or your feelings or your person cannot be affected by the other person, you're not in love. So, if you want to say simp, I don't care. Like, this is the difference between me and. Remember when me and Fresh got into it? Not to throw him under the bus. I would just tell him, I'm like, I don't give a fuck if my audience calls me a simp, my nigga. I'm living my life. I'm living my life. You get what I mean? Which means, do I make mistakes? Fuck yes, I make mad mistakes. But I'm not here to act like I'm perfect because of what I'm saying. And I'm always down for people to be like, well, you did say this giving advice. Again, it's always easier to give advice to someone else when you're not in the midst of the storm, i.e. me giving advice to Blueface, right? It's easy to say, Blueface, leave her. Blueface is probably going through a range of emotions. Here's the difference. I'm going to admit this. He's going to be acting like he's a big pimp. That's not true. You can act like this big pimp all you want. That's not true. So, as I continue, what else should I get to? What else should I get to? Yeah. So, conversations about if I have an STD, no, that's not true. There was a medication that was actually put online that had nothing to do with anything. I think I told you the story about that. I think in investigating whatever she thought I did, she basically made up that, some random unknown account was hitting me up. Well, they hit me up and I just ignored it. Then they hit her up saying, your man fucked me in Miami and I tested positive for like chlamydia. Like, you should get tested. Again, I ain't know who the fuck it was in Miami. I was even thinking, like, who the fuck could it be? Anyway, when I seen it, and then when she confronted me, I got a you could do it online. I got treatment for chlamydia, which is something called doxycycline or some bullshit. I don't know. Anyway, I took it. I didn't even know if I had it or not because I had no symptoms, no nothing. But I'm like, when you spooked? Whatever. I get to find out, bro, she's the one who did that. Again, I don't want to make this a me and her thing, but, she clearly, cares about, you in another city, you fucking other girls. I'm not cool with it. We've had that conversation. Like, that's the only way we could be together. If I was allowed to do whatever I wanted in certain senses, she was kind of cool with that. But then when it happened, she was not cool with it. She wanted to beat bitches up. Like, she would just be mad for a while. But eventually we would get over it. Anyway, so that kind of clears that up. There is a picture that was floating around, which is where everyone was like, that's picture proof of herpes. And I'm going to be honest with you, I was a little encouraged by all the responses because thank God for all the people who believe that, I'm going to assume to y'all benefit, y'all don't have herpes or y'all don't know what it is. Y'all never Googled it. That's not herpes. Like, I'm going to be honest. So I started working out a little bit. I was sweating. I got a little belly. At the sweat would kind of fucking like, obviously you sweating, blah, blah. And motherfucking, I got ingrown hairs. The funny part, the only reason why she has the picture is because she took a tweezer and fucking removed the ingrown hairs. Now, by the way, I'm not blaming her because I don't think she never put it out there and said nothing like that. This is people, this is like the losers like Sharp and like Blueface. And by the way, I understand why Blueface is saying this. Like, I'm really even keeled in most of this. Because I looked at some sore on his lip and I said, that might be motherfucking herpes. You know what I mean? When he was sucking out that green juice out of Krishan Rock's nasty snatch, I understand that. But anyway, the reason why I had mad ingrown hairs and I had to like get them removed, whatever. Remember watching a YouTube video, she helped me with it. And again, I'm not blaming her for that because I think she just wanted to put out just unflattering pictures, whatever the case. I don't care. Cool. So that was that. No STD, no herpes. But again, I can't be that mad at like say Blueface. I'm gonna speak on Blueface specifically because I joked around about Blueface maybe having herpes too, right? Like I can't be mad, bro. I just can't be mad. You know what I mean? I'm a person who I talk shit all day. I gotta understand that shit comes back. So I'm not that mad, all right? But for the people who wanted to know the truth, that is not true. And yes, I did have ingrown hairs. That's a fact. You feel me? I've had ingrown hairs other places too. I feel like at one time I had like a few ingrown hairs under my arm. It's weird. I don't know. Whatever. Cool. So I've explained the medication, whatever. What else? Somebody said that was looking crazy. Yeah, it was looking crazy. But okay. Okay. You're right. It was looking crazy. Bro, the reason why she took a picture of it. And by the way, I was okay with her taking a picture of it. She was like, "Hey, I'm going to take a picture of before I get the hairs out till after I get the hairs out." Cool. Again, I'm not thinking women are using and saving weird pictures to use against me. Now, that's naive. That's my fault. But that's what it is, right? What else? I'm trying to address everything. Somebody said we don't need to hear about your ingrowns. I got to tell you about the ingrowns because, let me tell you this. If anybody, by the way, if anybody goes online, look, let me see if I could type in the medication. Doxycycline. And by the way, and if you want to know why she put that up, I'm going to tell y'all why. Remember when the person hit me up, and then remember when she asked me, I went to the doctor and just got the pills. Or I like filled some shit out and just got the pills, right? Because I'm like, if I did get chlamydia, let me just get the treatment. Like, whatever. Because I ain't gonna lie, one time in the past, about 4 or 5 years ago, I got a test for chlamydia. And I swear, this is TMI, but I love telling y'all everything. I swear, they put something in my penis hole. And it was the most painful thing I ever had. So when the person with the anonymous thing said, "Hey, listen, go get tested for chlamydia," I was just like, fucking tested. I'm not getting, this is a real test, by the way. I'm not trolling y'all. This is no gay shit, too. This is what happens at the doctor's thing when they got to get a sample. They put this long Q-tip. I said, fuck that test. I'm just going to go get the treatment. You get what I mean? So if I did have it or I didn't have it, I just got the treatment. That's what I was on. So anyway, really to give you the whole story. So she finds the pills of me doing that. And she says, "Well, why didn't you tell me?" Even though, by the way, I think she set the whole thing up, but I don't want to sit here and place blame on her. I was just like, I literally told her, I'm like, bro, I'm pretty sure I didn't have anything because usually with some of these things, like with males, I looked up all the shit, like it's visible, or like you would have some symptom. I had no symptoms. Later on, remember the only reason why this even came up, she said the person DM her too, and I'm like, nobody knew your Instagram, so how did they do it? Anyway, whatever. So that's why I had those pills, period. And by the way, hold on, what's the name of the fucking pill? It doesn't treat herpes. That's the thing. It doesn't treat herpes. It might have been this. Bro, it's something that treats topological shit like acne, and it's an antibiotic. It's look, antibiotic. You feel me? So it's one of those type of things. Again, that's not a herpes thing, right? Yeah. Anyway, I could say that till I'm blue in the face. Even though blue face, I'm pretty sure it's, whether it's blue face or others, they're gonna try to say that's herpes. Again, bro, if you've seen a dick full of bumps versus a stomach that had like ingrown hairs, that's different. All right, cool. I feel like I'm addressing everything. Somebody said I had a clap scare. I didn't have a herpes scare. What are you talking about? Like, the internet's creating a herpes scare. I definitely had a chlamydia scare. I definitely had a chlamydia scare. I will definitely say that, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I definitely had a chlamydia scare. All right. I'm trying to get through kind of most of the questions. Ooh. Someone said I'm worse than Lizzo. Hit the gym. Yep.